Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to tackle a question that trips up almost everyone learning English. Have you ever been talking about your age and heard yourself say something like, I have 20 years? Well, if you have, you are definitely not alone, and we are going to clear that up for good. So, what's the deal with this? In a ton of other languages, like Spanish or French, you literally have your years. So, a direct translation feels totally natural. But, English has to be different. To really get why, let's just dive right in and look at the mistake itself. This error is a classic. It almost always comes from thinking in another language and just translating the words. But the good news is, the logic behind the English way is actually super simple. And once you see it, I promise, you'll never make this mistake again. Okay, so on the left, my sister has 15 years. That feels right if you're translating. But to a native English speaker, it sounds a little off. On the right is what you want to say. My sister is 15. Or if you want to be a bit more complete, my sister is 15 years old. So what's going on with this be versus have thing? Well, it all boils down to one simple, powerful rule. And here is the big secret. In English, we don't think of age as something you possess, like a car or a phone. Instead, it's seen as a state of being. It's a condition you're in right at this moment. The verb to be, am, is, are, its whole job is to describe things. It describes who you are, what condition you're in. So in English, your age is just another one of your characteristics, kind of like your height or your hair color. It's part of who you are, not something you own. This right here makes it all click. Think about it. You would never say, I have hunger, right? No way. You say, I am hungry. You don't say, I have cold. You say, I am cold. Age follows that exact same pattern. It's just another state you're in, like being sleepy or afraid.
Okay, so to really make this stick, let's flip it around. Let's look at what the verb have is actually for. When you see what its real job is, it becomes so obvious why it doesn't work for talking about age. This chart just lays it out perfectly. Check out the have column. It's all about possessions, like you have a car, relationships, you have a brother, or things you do or experience, like you have a party. These are all things that are kind of external. But look at the be column. That's all about what you are, your internal state.
And this is it. This is a sentence you need to remember. You are your age. You don't own it. For this 1 year of your life, being that age is part of your identity. It's your current state, not a thing you possess. And what's really cool is that this state of being idea isn't just some weird special rule that only applies to age. English uses this exact same pattern for a ton of other personal characteristics. You start to see this pattern everywhere once you look for it. You are tall. Your shoes are a certain size. Your eyes are a certain color. These are all characteristics, right? They're not possessions. So it makes perfect sense that your age, I am 20, fits right into this same group. This focus on the current state of things is a really big deal in English grammar. Take this example. An action happened in the past. I've broken my leg. But the important thing is the result right now. What is the state of the leg? My leg is broken. It's another perfect example of how being is the key concept. Okay, so we've got the why completely figured out. Now let's just lock in the how with a few really simple practical steps so you get it right every single time. It's honestly this easy. You just start with the subject and the right form of be. I am, she is, they are. Then you say the number. I am 42. They are 10. You can add years old at the end if you want. She is 90 years old, but you don't have to. It's optional. The one part you can't skip is that little verb, to be. And this rule works no matter what tense you're in. Look at this sentence. When I was your age, I was working. It's the exact same logic. You were a certain age in the past, you are an age now, and you will be an age in the future. It's always, always the verb to be. And of course, this same logic applies when you're asking the question. The most natural, everyday way to ask is, how old are you? You're asking about their state. Now, you could say, what is your age? And it's not grammatically wrong, but it sounds really formal, almost like you're filling out a government form. For a normal chat, it's, how old are you? All the way. So if you only take one single thing away from this explainer, let it be this. Just make this one little shift in your brain. When you think about age in English, don't think possession, think state of being. You don't have it, you are it.
And that's it. That's the whole reason why you are 20 and you don't have 20. Once you see age as just another characteristic, like being happy or being tall, the English way suddenly makes perfect sense. So now we want to know, what other English rules have you come across that just seem a little weird or confusing? Let us know. Thanks for watching.